Alright everyone, how you doing? I am enjoying this game. This is going to be my little final video to kind of just sum this up. I love this game. I love it a lot. I'm going to play it.
Providing you with the highest level of service is my greatest pleasure, Master. And I am not just programmed to say that.
Some comedy right there. I love the attention to story. I love the character development. I love the fact that characters who were very important in my quests at the very beginning of the game are still important in my quests right now. I love the fact that I have a class quest that is on a chain and it's probably never going to end until I'm level 50 and I complete the whole story. I love how it encourages me to be in groups, but it doesn't force me to. It lets me play with one other person with our companions in earlier instances. I'm not sure if it'll be like that till the end of the game or not. I love how I have companions, because they're not hunter pets, they're people who team up with you and help you. And it helps develop the story, it helps develop your character, and I care about the ship, because I care about each item that I get, like mainly my breastplate and my lightsabers, because I remember where I get them. I like this game a lot. And my one friend was looking at my videos, and they were saying, oh, it looks like it still has kill 10 of this, collect 3 of this. Yes, it has those, but honestly, I don't remember getting a quest from a person like those conversations, which I love, by the way. Although I do wish the side quests would not make my character have to sit through these really long side quest conversations all the time, because they are stupid and they aren't very big quests. They just it's like I'm in the middle of killing shit and there's a guy standing there. I wish it would just be quick and to the point. But I don't remember ever talking to somebody and having one of those conversations and getting a go kill 10 of these quests. Like, hey man, I really need you to go and like collect something for me. Go collect 6 of these things. Can you go collect 6 things? I mean, I might have gotten like, go find my documents, find 6 things, but they were never main quests. They were never the main reason I was there. I mean, these are always like, they always are quests that make you go to the area and talk to someone while you're there, and this game is all about chain quests. I love it. It's completely story driven. There are no, hey, I don't remember getting a quest from the same person and then getting another quest from that same person. In WoW, you'll go up to one person and that person might have like 2 quests, and he'll say, okay, go kill 10 of these, go kill 5 of these, or go collect 5 of these and kill 10 of these, and that doesn't happen. Each character has a story, they have a personality, they have a voice, and they have a face. And you go out to do things. There are kill 24 Imperial Guard quests, but for some reason they kind of show up from this little like robot that flies down, which if you've watched my videos you see it, and it kind of just does it in the background. I don't have to accept or decline quests, it just kind of gives me extra experience for killing things. And it's kind of like this little side thing, like, oh, you're there, you can go and do these extra quests if you want. You don't have to, because you're always there for like a main quest. Now mainly I've been following my class quest, and I've been leveling pretty significantly. Which, by the way, I think I did level. Gonna add a little point here. I was really skeptical at first about the classes. I was afraid that only 4 classes per side was going to be not enough, but I do like how, like in games like WoW, there's like 8 to 10 classes or something like that, and both sides get those classes. But in this game, there's 8 classes, and each of those 8 classes has 2 advanced classes that you can pick from, and each of those 2 advanced classes has 3 individual talent trees that you can choose from, I think. I mean, they might have focus exist for like the other guy, but that's really cool, because I love that. I love how I can say, oh, I'm a Jedi Knight, but I'm a Jedi Guardian. No, I'm not. I'm a Jedi Guardian who specializes in tanking. So like you can really customize your character, and I'm assuming these are talent trees. This legacy talent tree is even further, lets you develop your character based on what your decisions. I'm assuming that's what this is going to be, because it says it's based on your acts. So I'm assuming based on what decisions you make, you get dark side or light side.
I hope you eat properly while away from the ship, Master.
So
I should create non-perishable meals.
You guys have kind of been watching me level all this way, and you haven't been here this whole time. but you're used to my character's face, I bet, if you've been watching since the first video. And you've also kind of seen me go from just having a few spells to a whole ton of spells. And it really does feel like my character keeps getting bigger and better and finding more people to put on her team and getting more things to her disposal. I feel like I went from a nobody to a somebody, and I'm actually building up, and this story's building momentum. And now I'm actually going to be hunting some powerful Sith guy. And it's kind of like, that's really cool. I like how this game does that. How I don't really feel like I've been grinding at all. I feel like I've been doing this BioWare adventure, and that, you know, I'm really excited to go down to Ord Mantell and like go and move on with my quest and see what happens in this story. So I really like that. I don't think that it feels like you're grinding. I do feel like story is the principal driving factor in this whole game. Now that that's being said, I do want to say that sometimes the level environments are kind of big, and sometimes and this is beta, but like sometimes the creatures do kind of get in my way a lot, and I do feel like I'm kind of fighting through an army to get to my quests at all times. So, but it's an MMO, and that's kind of how they're designed. You need to kind of do a little bit of grinding, and the key isn't to let me level. The key isn't to let me level. Hold on, I got distracted. The key isn't to make me grind a level. The key is to make me distracted with something else while I'm grinding. That's how I feel. That's what I think about MMOs. And I think that this game has really done that. By the way, I'm back to a blue lightsaber. Anyway, overall, I think this is a fucking awesome game. I am really excited to continue playing this. I'm kind of annoyed that I'm going to have to roll another class because I refuse to be a Jedi. I'm going to be a Sith. I hope if you like World of Warcraft, but you don't like how it turned into a grind and kind of lost track of its story, but you also love BioWare games, and you like how Dragon Age kind of played with your multiple companions together, that's kind of how combat works. It kind of plays like Dragon Age and an MMO combat. Well, Dragon Age always had like an MMO combat system. I'm talking about Dragon Age 1. And you had companions with you, and you could customize how they acted. It's kind of like that, except it's just you and a companion. But the space ship that I'm in right now, and the conversations where you actually talk, you don't talk in Dragon Age, but in Mass Effect you do talk. This game you do talk. And then they add the ability to use their nav map to travel around in a spaceship. All of this is very BioWare, and it feels very story driven. It's obvious that that's their main focus. So if you like, it feels, this is how I describe it. This feels like World of Warcraft met Dragon Age. It feels like Mass Effect had sex with Dragon Age, had a baby. That baby, which had all the good parts of both of those games, grew up, married, well, maybe didn't marry, just had a baby with World of Warcraft, and all the good things about World of Warcraft came together with all the good things from Mass Effect and Dragon Age to make one super baby that was blessed in the holy waters of Star Wars universe. That's what it feels like. It feels like a game that has all the fun, teaming up, partying mechanics of World of Warcraft, the open world system, the flight paths, the banks, and I know World of Warcraft took a lot of their ideas from other MMOs, so I mean a lot of these are just MMOs in general. It takes all of that and it feels like an MMO, but it also has this wonderful personal experience that I only get with like Mass Effect and other personal RPGs like Oblivion and Skyrim and stuff like that. And I think this is like, that's the revolution that I think this game's kind of bringing to the table, is this wonderful appreciation by the developers for story. Now granted, some of the characters are stiff and boring, and there's room for improvement. But as far as an MMO goes, I fucking love this game. It's awesome. So, I love it. I'm gonna buy it. If you guys like, but I know it's not probably for everyone, but if that seems like something you'd want, then, you know, check it out. So anyways, I'm gonna show you these emotions. You have a whole list of things that you can do, and these are all emotes. They have a golf clap somewhere. But my favorite is the, where is it? Facepalm. Boom. so you can facepalm people in this game. Anyway, it's pretty cool, and you can dance, of course. So they got plenty of emotions. I'm going to do one last thing before I go. I'm going to just go through the preferences and show you what you can all do. There's the game controls. You can go in here and customize. Feel free to freeze the frame and look at these. I'm just going to kind of go through them. You can turn on fly text, which I think is that combat text that pops up when you do damage. You can play with your sound. You can control the chat. It's always set to filter profanity. You can add these sidebars, and you can have up to, I think, 4 pages of items on here. So, and then you have this second bar down here. So there's plenty of room to put your spells. Don't worry about not having room. It's not going to be too simple. It's very customizable. They've got some pretty decent graphic choices. There's some group customization things, and you can turn on nameplates. And then there's key bindings, which let you pretty much change buttons for everything. It also lets you have 2 keys for every button. So that's why I was able to go down here and turn all these to Alt plus the number. So I'll do 1, and if I press Alt 1, it does that. So it's a pretty customizable interface. But BioWare, if you guys are listening, please let me drag these windows around, because I can't drag these windows, and it's really driving me fucking crazy. That's one thing I have a complaint about. But this is like the beta, and when it's released, I'm sure a lot of this stuff will be fixed, and I'm sure over the years, or the year, or the months, or whatever, they're going to change things through patches to make it really catch up.
Functioning at peak efficiency, Master. All the better to serve you.
So, one thing I also think would be cool is if they let you change the color of this hologram kind of interface. So like, this is blue, and I'm sure with Sith it's probably red, but it'd be cool if I could change that to like a dark green or a dark black or something, so I could kind of personally customize the game. Anyways, I really like this game, but I'm kind of a weird person. I don't like games that other people like, generally. But, let me just say this. I played World of Warcraft as my first MMO. I since then played EVE, Champions Online, which I enjoyed, but I thought Champions Online was far too into RP and not enough into the grind, I guess. I think a little bit of the grind is nice for an MMO. But I really liked WoW, and I loved how WoW got me to play with my brothers. But after a while, WoW kind of lost track of the story, and it started getting to the grind. Go kill all these guys, get to level 85 as fast as you can, and then get full epics and legendaries, and you know, all that stuff. And it was just like, this is so dumb. Like this, like people are doing these cool stories, and they're not even like caring. It's just like you go through these missions, and it's like dumb. This game slams the fucking brake on that grind. I was trying to grind, and it was like, no, you're gonna sit here and read this conversation and interact with these people, and then you're gonna go and do this mission to get off this fucking planet. You have to participate in the story, otherwise you don't participate in the game. And I played WoW and I liked it, but after Wrath of the Lich King, I just couldn't play it anymore. And I played EVE, but EVE was just too much player-driven. Champions Online wasn't enough complexity, and you know, I played Guild Wars, and I thought Guild Wars was just like, So, this game feels like it's taking everything I like about RPGs and MMOs and just putting them together. And it's Star Wars, and I can have lightsabers. So that's where I'm coming from. If you feel like you're kind of in that same boat, and you agree with me, and that's kind of how you feel too, then this game's probably for you. If you're a little bit more into the hardcore MMO gaming, you're going to probably be a little bothered at maybe some of the easy mode-ness of this. But just remember that if you like BioWare games where the story is important, and maybe the grind and the PvP and stuff aren't like principal, which I don't know PvP yet. I'm sure it's really fun. But if you're into that hardcore stuff, then you probably might not. You might be a little annoyed with this. Anyways, I gotta go. It's hitting 15 minutes. Thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure. Bye.